And one of the most motivated people in the world, Don Simon's in here. Good morning, Don. Good to have you back on the show.
Morning.
Yeah. You may not be quite the early bird I am, but...
No. Of course, I take time to comb my hair.
Yeah, well, I don't do that, you know. I don't do that.
Good one, Don.
What time y'all open, 9 or 10?
10.
10.
But most of the time, we have them lined up at the door about 9:30, and we go letting them in.
Now, what's the most people you've ever had basically at the front door when you get there?
8 to 10.
8 to 10. That's a lot of people wanting to get in and sell you something.
In an all-time record, 130 people in 8 hours.
My goodness, you're busy.
That's a lot of gold and silver to go through your place.
A lot of people.
There. I don't think people know that little place you've got there on the corner of Bob Wallace and Jordan Lane, which everybody should know where it is now with your mini commercials. There's a picture of it right there. That you could do so much business in such a small store.
Well, you just kind of got to move right along.
You keep them coming in there.
Keep them coming in.
In and out.
Do you see an end in sight for the price of gold or silver, or is just you see it keep going up and people want to get some extra money?
I wish I could predict. You know, the gold market fluctuates so much, and it depends on the world economy.
You told us something that kind of surprised me the other day when we talked with you. You said your best customer is people like us and older because they've accumulated a lot of stuff over the years that they simply don't need.
It's
That's
just
right.
sitting in a
They've
jewelry
acquired
box.
a lot of things. They just don't need them anymore. Well, you remember when we were young, everybody had to have the latest styles and newest fashions, and then it hangs around in the closet. Well, jewelry's the same way. And a lot of the older people are cleaning out their jewelry boxes. And it's not that they have to sell it. It's just, why keep it around?
They don't need it.
They don't need it.
Except for memories or something.
That's right.
It could be their next vacation money.
Now, yeah, and people this day and time with the economy the way it is are getting, you know, and I'm sure you pay out pretty good down there.
Pay real heavy.
What's some of the compliments you get from people that had no idea what they're doing?
Well, I had a lady come in yesterday with just a few gold chains and a few things, and it came up to $990.
Oh, my.
And she hugged my neck and grinned from ear to ear, and she told me she had been wanting to go to New York to visit her daughter, and she didn't have the money saved, and now she could go on her trip. And she didn't have a clue that the money was laying there in her jewelry box.
Yeah.
She thought she was going to come in and maybe get $100 and buy some groceries.
So Don Simon's up here this morning with Simon's Wholesale Jewelers down there. What are you, Simon's Jewelry rather, what do you suggest people do to go through? What should they go through and look at stuff that was given to them, or just go through their house and kind of, if they just bring it in a handful of stuff, do they need to separate it when they bring it to you, or?
No, we'll separate it for them. Because lots of times it's not marked, or they don't know whether it's gold or not. And we have people bring in bags of stuff and they'll dump it up there and say, well, my mother had this and it's just junk. But just to be sure, go through it. And they'll leave there with $400 or $500. Now there's times when it is just junk.
Isn't that time consuming going through all that stuff?
It is, but that's part of it. Because if you went through it, you would probably throw away all the stuff that was valuable.
Yeah, or this chain is bent, or has a knot in it I can't fix.
Yeah, and we don't care if it's broke. You can run over with a truck. It's worth as much run over with the truck as it is in good shape. The biggest mistake people make is they think things are more valuable than they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Some people have told me that about selling time on this TV station.
Yeah.
Selling a house.
Oh, who was that?
Yeah. I can name you several. They ain't on. No, but there's a reason for that.
Well, jewelry gets dated, you know, just kind of like us. They'll bring in a nugget bracelet, which is kind of like trying to sell if you were trying to sell it as retail jewelry, it would be like trying to sell a pair of 1972 polyesters, you know. And
the big old ugly nugget bracelet used to be about that wide that people would wear.
Oh yeah, you know, you didn't have a jewelry collection unless you had a big old ugly nugget ring and a nugget, you know.
Just because it weighs a lot don't mean it's worth a lot.
Well, it's worth what the gold is worth in it.
Not just the whole thing.
That's exactly right.
I think Daryl's got one on now.
No, he doesn't.
It's more commodity. And the other mistake people make is there's no way in the world that you can go shopping on the retail economy right now bring it to me a month from now and overcome the shopping experience. See, the shopping experience is expensive. These folks at the retailers got a lot of plush and a lot of pretty, and somebody's getting paid there to, you know, why you wear them out? Touch it, feel it, smell it, bounce it, try it on, then move on to the next piece. They have to, you know, they have to mark that stuff up a good bit because, you know, that jewelry sits there.
Could be it. Yeah, we bought jewelry before. I know what you're talking about.
Well, you know, I'm trying to be kind.
You don't sell stuff at your place.
No.
You're a motivated buyer, and if you're a motivated seller,
I'm a
he's your man.
motivated buyer.
All right, and your hours again are what, Don?
10 till 5:30.
10 to 5:30. Is that 6 days a week?
Well, on Saturday, 10 till 2.
And on Sunday?
On Sunday, I worship and I tell the wife and grandkids they love me.
You tell them they love you.
Well, you've done well, extremely well over there. And your commercials are good, too. That's what people remember you for. Thanks for being part of our program here. Look forward to having you up here more often and going from there. Y'all go by and see Don. You're not there today, are you?
In and out.
In and out.
I tell myself
Supposed to be his off day.
I tell myself Wednesdays are my day off, but I never get it.
Yeah.
Find yourself there.
Well, business is still good.
Business is still good.
I heard you on the radio, too, next door with Mojo, too, the other day.
Oh, and the other thing a lot of people call, I get a lot of calls want to know if I buy silver. And I do buy silver. Silver flatware, silver coins. As long as it's precious metal, I'll buy it.
All right, y'all go by and see Don Simon's Jeweler right there. Bob Wallace, corner Bob Wallace and Jordan Lane. Hey, we got to get out of here today. Zach, our sports director, will be back with us tomorrow. Jeff Matthews, Lip Smack and Jaw Jacket will be cooking in the kitchen. And the rodeo queen's going to be with us.
That's right. Lacey will be here.
Yeah, and Donnie's going to be riding the bull out in the parking lot.
No.
So we'll take a break for the day. We'll see y'all right there. Thanks, Don. Good to see you again. We got to go. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.